record to the cloud.
It was late January of this year, a week before our February 7th Division A area level international and humorous speech contest. And I had agreed to be the contest chair for Division A this term to help out our dear Division A director, Reverend Shelby Walker, who's here with us today. And on that date, a week before our February 7th contest, I got an email from the Miamisburg Library saying that our room for the contest was canceled due to frozen pipes. What to do? I called the main Dayton library system and I said, well, do you have any other rooms in any of your other library branches that would hold at least 40 people on February 7th? Sorry, we can't help you. I'm a member, live in Washington Township. I called the Woodbourne Library. Do you have a room? Sorry. So that was just one of the many challenges that I had as the contest chair. And today I want to share with you kind of how I dealt with those challenges. And you can use the acronym GROWTH. So G is go with the flow. R is rejection and how to deal with it. O is out of my control and realizing what is in my control. W is we, realizing it's a group effort. T is time management, and H is humor, having a sense of humor. So G, go with the flow. We were just talking about that. As Toastmasters, we have to go with the flow. People don't show up for their role. People aren't ready to give their speech. There's technology problems. You have to adjust. You have to go with the flow. And I haven't always been a go with the flow type person. I like to know what's going to happen. I don't like to go into things where it's totally unexpected, but Toastmasters has forced me to go with the flow. R, rejection. Who likes rejection? Obviously, no one likes rejection. And I'm an independent person. I don't even like asking people to check on my cats when I'm on vacation. Obviously, I have to do that. But as a Division A contest chair or chief judge, you have to get so many people to fill roles for the contest. At the area level, you need 5 voting judges, a chief judge, and a tiebreaker judge. And that's kind of easy because they can be in a club with a contestant. But at the division level, you need 7 voting judges, you need a chief judge and a tiebreaker judge, and none of those judges can be in a club with a contestant. And I had to tell the chief judge who'd been in that role for months, sorry, you can't be a chief judge because you're in a club with a contestant. So I must have asked at least 25 people, can you be a judge for me? Sorry, I got other plans. I have other things to do. So rejection, a lot of rejection, but I didn't take it personally. I just kept calling the next person. And eventually I got about a third of the people I asked agreed to be a judge. So I just kept going on from that. O is out of my control. So whether people canceling at the last minute, those things are out of my control. But what can I do? I can focus on what I can control. So with the room situation, obviously I couldn't control the library having rooms available for me, but I was able to keep calling, and I got my spiritual center, the Center for Spiritual Living Greater Dayton, for February 7th. So I was able to do that. For people not showing up, which did happen on March 7th, our ballot counter canceled that morning, our tiebreaker judge canceled that morning. But what was in my control is I did get a few backups. So I had a backup ballot counter, and I was able to find somebody else as a tiebreaker judge. So focusing on what I could control, getting some backups, I could focus on my doing the agenda, the certificates, the forms. So just focusing on what I control and try to planning for some eventualities that may be outside of control. W is we. So realizing it's a group effort. It's not just me. There's a lot of people that come together to make a contest happen. You have your contestants, You have your judges, your ballot counters, your timers, your sergeants at arms. You have to work with facilities. You have to work with the district. So all these people are volunteers. No one's getting paid. So I have to appreciate them. I'm listing them on the agenda, giving thank you notes, making sure that they have what they need to do their jobs, just realizing it's a group effort. Key is time management. That is not my strong suit. I wrote this speech this morning. I only figured out what I was going to talk about yesterday. So, but being a contest chair, it forced me to have better time management. I had to start planning months in advance. I had to start working with the contestants. I had to work with the clubs to figure out who they're sending to the area level contest. I had to get the venue. I had to let the district know when we're going to have our contest. So things had to happen farther in advance. So something like that forced me to have good time management skills. I had to, even on the agenda, put times when certain things would happen at the contest themselves. So that was a good lesson. And finally, H is having a sense of humor when things go wrong. For the humorous speeches, a lot of those speeches were about things going wrong and then laughing about it and having humor about it. So in conclusion, fellow Toastmasters, if you're chairing a contest or any kind of project, just remember to go with the flow, accept rejection, focus on what you can control, realize it's a group effort, plan your time wisely, and laugh when things go wrong. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Well, thank you, Kelly.